Welcome everyone for the second time this week. Here on the Focus, we'll be focusing on the 2026 NBA Draft. A couple nights ago, we took the time to go through as the Washington Wizards. They had three selections in this draft. Obviously, starting with the first pick, and got to the 51st and then the 60th. So if you guys didn't get a chance to see that live, just head over to the channel. It's still available. It's up there, I believe, in Wizards Outlook. But tonight, as you see what's on the screen, we're going to take time to go through the draft for the league and do our best to stay in our times and go through it freshly. And obviously, we'll see where where the both of us think teams may go as we go through this. Is a fun exercise. I thoroughly enjoyed it on a couple nights ago, but this is a little bit more of an undertaking versus just one team because a couple nights ago you got to just hit simulate and it just simulated for a while. The simulation button's going to be very brief this evening. So we got Cardell Dudley Jr. here as always. I'm Wilson Tarpe Jr. Let's get to it, Cardell. I guess we're gonna stick with what we had the other night with the first pick.
Yeah, man, we don't need to waste time. Yeah, AJ DeMontis to the Washington Wizards, easy choice right here. We talked about it, his versatility, his size, athleticism, mentality of him wanting to be great, wanting to carry the load, and what he brings to the Wizards on both ends. The, he can create so much versatility on offense where they can go small, they can go traditional, they can go big, and he can fit all those type of lineups. And then defensively, he can guard multiple positions, get the rebound. He showed enough at BYU where he's capable of making a play. As a secondary playmaker as of now, who knows how he would develop an area where he might be a primary playmaker. So, as you can see, with him averaging nearly 4 assists a game in college, um, which is big, considering he averaged 25, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's really a no-brainer. We ain't going to waste too much time on that. AJ, the monster to the Washington Wizards.
All right, up next we got the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, they have a lot of needs. I wouldn't say I like. Well, one, they just need to stay healthy. Let's call that, spade to spade. Stay healthy. I like the front court of Laurie Market and Jared Jackson. Obviously, Ace Bailey was taken high last year. To be the wing. Um, yeah, I love with Keontae George how he elevated the season. They got something special with him. Walker Kessler, if he can just stay healthy and continue to mature, that could be your center of the future. He's one of the league's top shot blockers. So you got a young nucleus you could build around. For me, yeah, as you look at the Utah Jazz depth chart, from last year, um, Isaiah Collier was a key backup point guard, but yeah, that shooting guard position I think needs an upgrade. So I feel like Darren Peterson would be the best fit for them, for his ability to score from all three levels, make tough shots, be able to flow between the one and the two, which means that backcourt of him and Keontae George has the potential to be deadly. You know what I mean? Good size, good athleticism, great feel for the game, high IQ. As long as he leave the physical ailments back in college and he's able to be durable and stuff, and I see no problem with him being able to make an impact in the league right away, especially offensively. Defense is going to take some time, but as we see with the Spurs, you can, the Spurs and OKC, you need a lot of guard depth of players that can shoot, dribble, pass, rebound, defend, that can, do a lot of things, man. And I think him and Keontae in the backcourt will put the Jazz on the road to having that. What you think?
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly there, man. It's almost like it just screams at you. Honestly, it's as much as we talked about with the first pick. The second pick, it just feels like a hand and glove fit. Um, you talked about Ace last year, the trades for that front court, and we didn't get it, because we know what the Jazz were on last year. So we're to the Wizards, we didn't get a chance to see um, a lot of Keontae George, but Lord, he took a nice jump last year. It's real. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what that backcourt pairing looks like, and that's I mean, you've been screaming what, like 4 or 5 years ago you started circling the table talking about the bigs are coming back, right? We're here, and you talk about the depth they got in their front court. It's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yes,
You brought up Walker Kessler. You got Laurie. You got you got Jaren Jackson Jr. now. Like they're loaded up there.
Mhm.
It just for me, this one is just like 1+1 is 2. Turn the card in and keep it moving.
Absolutely. All right, so we'll wait some more. So Darren Peterson to the Utah Jazz. Now we get to Memphis with the third pick. Oh man, Memphis still got Ja Morant for the
Yep.
moment. You look at the depth right there. Ty Jerome, Cam Spencer, Jalen Wells, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. All those guys are shooting guard. I know some of these guys got traded at the deadline. This is what the season started with. Zach Edey. Hopefully he comes back healthy. You know, Double G Jackson and all that. I mean, rest in peace, Brandon Clark. That's a big blow to their franchise, man. That was just unfortunate what happened with him. For me, I gotta go with Cam Boozer, man. You know what I mean? Especially with the situation that happened with Clark, they'll just bolster that front line. And then you also gotta look at the injury to Edie. He can't stay on the court. He struggled with staying healthy. With the pace of the game, and the foot injury is nothing to play with, man. We've seen what that has done to a lot of bigs over the years, a lot of promising bigs. So this kind of gives you a chance to kind of get a guy that's tailor made to come in and help you win right away. He just has winning habits. I don't even think Cam Boozer knows any other way but to play winning basketball. I don't care what the culture or what the situation is. I think he's coming in there to do what he do, and that's be a double-double machine, be a versatile double-double machine, being able to take you on the perimeter and do his thing inside, get to the free throw line, make smart reads, be a disciplined, high IQ defender, and just help you win, man. Just have winning traits, man, and then just build on experience so he'll know exactly what to do to lead. So he can try to help turn things around. But I think he's the ideal pick for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's the foundational piece, and like you brought up with Ja Morant, being here for now. I think this is the type of pick where whether if Ja's here, that's great. If they decide to move on from Ja, it doesn't for me. It doesn't change the pick. It kind of like reinforces the pick for me.
Right.
Like you said, it's a winner for everything that you listed. It goes double if you do end up moving Ja. And then keep in mind, like unfortunately, as you mentioned, what happened to Brandon Clark. We just talked about somebody else they lost via trade. And Jaren Jackson Jr. in that front court. Um, yeah, it just makes sense. And then you got the potentially, you got the version, you got the timeline where Ja gets a new running mate, Cam Boozer, and you got the timeline where whatever you move Ja for comes in to help Cam Boozer. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm with it.
And then the way he could stretch the floor, shooting 39% from deep. And him and Yaxel last year, analytics is a part of things. I know people, look, I don't believe in making that the end all be all, but it's a valuable tool to take a look at to see if what you're seeing is in the right area, so to speak, if you're on the right track. And, to reinforce some things. The kid, the kid was just one of the most efficient guys across the board in college basketball. It was him and Yasso Landberg. They were the top two in college basketball all year, period. So that's what I mean by he just has winning traits and he understands how to play the game at a high level. And he can impact the game in so many ways, man, for his size, man. It was a reason why I know it was high school, but it's a reason why in high school he won so much. He won big time championship, state championship, AAU. He just anything he played in, they won. PJ, even contention for PJ, it doesn't matter. USA under all that, man. So he's ideal for wanting to kind of build that structure back and culture back into your franchise, and I think it's needed in Memphis. So we both on the same page. Cam Boozer to Memphis. Now we get to the Bulls, man. Bulls, man. They just got a new guy in charge, man. Need a lot. You know what I mean? They can go many ways, man. You got Giddey, Trey Jones, Yuki, Rob Dillingham came over from the Wolves, Colin Sexton, all those guys. Yeah, yeah, man. We got some young wings that could develop, possibly. Patrick Williams, what you gonna do with him? Noah Essengway. I mean, what are you gonna do with him? Jalen Smith coming off the bench, playing, but not as a reserve for a forward, switching between the power forward and the center. Zach Collins. I mean, hey man, like you can go. Where you think the most need is, so to speak, or you think they should just go for best talent?
I think with them because there's so many needs. I think you take the top player on the board right here. I think you take Caleb Wilson.
Mhm.
And you figure things out as you continue to build, right? Like I think the one thing we have seen, Josh Giddey's been fine in Chicago over there quietly. He's been really solid. Um, my guy Buzelis is another solid piece over there too. I can only, as you continue to build your young team, what have you, um, that looks like a really fun forward pairing between
Mhm.
Buzelis and Caleb Wilson.
Right.
Obviously, you still need to figure out, who's going to be there, kind of the guy, big picture, long term at the five, whatnot. But Caleb Wilson sitting right here. Um, Again, I know they got to plug some things in, but I'm perfectly fine with knowing that you got Giddy, Zealous, and Wilson, and all the things Caleb brings to the table, especially defensively. Um, I think I think you take him, it kind of gives you a little flexibility in what type of five you get to play next to.
Yeah, I'm rolling with you. I agree with you. Caleb Wilson. He was one of my favorite players to watch in college basketball. Period. I like his motor. His size, athleticism. I like that he just plays hard, man. He plays hard. He has an improving skill set. Like I honestly, um, with him and AJ, they probably got the highest ceiling. You know what I mean? With AJ being further ahead because he just has more perimeter skill to match his size and athleticism. But this kid, if he ever gets to that point where he could be able to hold it down perimeter wise, that you see he has the foundation right now, from his high school and AAU stuff. If he can ever just put it all together where he's knocking down shots from all three levels, being able to make plays consistently, scoring efficiently, man, with what he does defensively and rebounding and all that and finishing at the basket, lob threat, transition and stuff. Yeah, it's not far fetched that he can end up probably being the best guy in this draft. Um, him and AJ kind of competing for that, man, because he's that special. And with him and Matas, man, that that's gonna be one athletic little forward combination, man. You don't want to see them on the wings. That's problems.
Yo, that's crazy.
That's problems, man. You know what I mean? So I'm with you, man. I definitely love him going to the Bulls for the new GM there. I'm a fan of to kind of build around with the young coach because they got some good guards already. So building up that front court and the wings and stuff. And then, like I said, as he continues to develop, you never know. He might transition to the three. You know what I'm saying? It's just, he might become that skill where he could play the three full time or go flow between the three and four. Time will tell, man. But he has the potential to do that. So, yeah, Caleb Wilson to the Bulls. Now, what we got next, man? The Clippers, the fifth pick. Where should they go, man? A lot of, you traded for
Man,
Darius Garland. You traded for Darius Garland, but he has injury issues, man. Um, that shooting guard position kind of iffy. You never know.
yeah,
Kawhi, he we don't know what's going to happen with him in all season, man. It's just a lot of unknowns, man. I like Jordan Miller, young player from the area, like him.
mm,
Benedict Mathurin, I think that's kind of I think he's probably one of the guys you can kind of pencil in at the two. I can see him transitioning full time at the two next year. He came in, sent the world on fire. Uh, John Collins, Derrick Jones at the four, Obviously Lopez, how many more years that he got? But I like the kid, Niederhauser. I like him out of Penn State, super athletic, but he got to continue to develop. Look, man, they can go a lot of ways, man. They can go a lot of ways. But with that said, where do you think they should go?
Yeah, I'm torn with that because, like you said, I don't know how much longer Brook has left. I know you mentioned young fella they have uh, on the depth chart at the five as well. Garland is there, but again, like the injuries and like Kawhi's technically there, but we don't know what it looks like long term. So I mean, I think that's just really tough. Oh man, I low key might be leading like because you got Mathurin, right? Like you said, you have Mathurin.
At the two,
Um,
you got Garland. If you can stay healthy at the
uh, man, I might be leaning like I know it's out of the box. I might be leaning towards a five right there.
five. Okay.
What is a big fella, Michigan boy?
Who?
But I know that's high technically to some people, but
You talking
um,
about Dave Morrow?
yeah, but
Okay, he
that's a
should.
little too high, a little too early. Um,
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know, man. I just don't know where to attack for them. Like you got Mathurin, you got Bogey over there. Like I don't know
For,
if you like whatever kids you take right there. You're not.
for
Yeah, I
me,
don't know. That's a tough one for me.
are you sold? Are you sold at the four? You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's
Collins.
Yeah. Are you sold in that power forward position? You know what I mean? Like, you can go young. You can go Keaton Wagler because Wagler can kind of him or A cup because Wagler is more versatile, obviously, because he bigger. He can flow between the point and the two, so he could fill in and play whatever you need right away. You can go Kingston Flemings. I'm also looking at Nate Mint, constantly, 6'10".
Uh,
And I said that forward position kind of, if, I mean, I'm looking at him. He could possibly move up. Like it's obviously some questions as far as toughness. Can he deal with the physicality and stuff? Consistently, can he guard threes? You know what I mean? That's a totally different animal. Because the threes in the league aren't the threes in college. You
oh,
know what I mean? Especially out west. Off top, you're dealing with like I know LeBron Odie's still dealing with him. You're dealing with Jaden McDaniels. You're dealing with KD. Um, you're dealing with some of the Spurs. Good lord, I mean, pick one. You know what I'm saying? So it gets real out there. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is where it kind of gets tough, man. Jeez Louise.
like they're in a tough. They're just in a tough spot where I can see several people, but how do you prioritize? Like it is gonna be interesting to see what they prioritize at that spot. Um,
Oh, man.
however, however, I do think you brought up a good point, but like the depth or the lack thereof at the four, kind of, where John Collins kind of like the only youthful one.
Mhm.
Um, because you got Darius, Chris Dunn,
You know what, bro?
Bogey.
Might have to go with Darius, man. Might have to go with him.
So
And the reason being, he ready to go. Like he can score that thing. He got to get better defensively. That's without a doubt. But they got bigs in there to help him out. Kawhi, I'm anticipating him staying, but you never know. Uh, Ty Lue is former point guard, like Jeff Van Gundy over there to teach him defense. Like they got guys over there that can get him right
yeah,
on there. But offensively, I think he's just ready to go with the 23-6, man. And he wanted to. He wanted them pit bulls, man. They just wanted. You know what I mean? Like he's a dog. You know what I'm saying? Strong, and he could play both. You know what I'm saying? Like he could play some shooting guard, depending on who they got in there, just like how the Spurs do. and he can go in there and get buckets, man. If he gets to the line, he's tough. You know, and I think he kind of got the mentality like, put it on my shoulders, I'm ready to go. And then he's an insurance policy if Garland gets banged up, if he's not healthy. Because I think Keaton Wagler, I think he's going to need some time. You know what I'm saying? He's tough. I mean, and the wings that come out of Illinois, they come in ready. It just take them a little time. Like, look what we saw with Will. The kid down there in Miami, Jasporis, his teammate. It took him a little time. He got a rotation. He was killing. Obviously, Terrence Shannon with the Wolves took him a little bit G League, and then he developed. And he's a pivotal piece for the Wolves. So, I call Illinois Wing U for a reason. They come in ready to play. They versatile. They know how to set the table. They know how to score, and then eventually they learn how to defend. I think Darius. With his attacking mentality and stuff like that, he can provide help. And, Kawhi and, for Benedict and all that, very Kawhi stays and everything gets re-signed. I think he's just a hell of an insurance policy, and I think he's the guy you can put the ball in his hands and he's locked in on delivering.
Yeah, now I get that, and I'm right with you. It makes the most sense. And also, like, the Clippers, technically, you shouldn't be picking this high anyway, right? So take the thing you shouldn't be able to get, right? You shouldn't be picking here anyways. So, yeah.
Okay.
And as you said, that's a hell of an insurance policy.
Because I'm about to look. The Clippers, I knew they was at the bottom. They were 24th in the NBA points per game, 113.8. They need scoring. They need scoring in the worst way. And that's what that kid does. And they were 30th in assists in the league, 23.7. And he can create for himself, and he can create for others. The defensive rating, they were 18th and stuff. So he definitely got to get better at that without a doubt, because you guard and killers every night. But yeah, what he does offensively, I think they need drastically. So yeah, we're gonna go Darius Acuff to the Clips.
It's still weird to see them picking fifth.
All right, with the 6th pick, the Brooklyn Nets, who has a ton of things, man. We can look at their roster, man. I like what the kid brought. Nolan Traore, Igor. I'm not sure he's the answer full-time point guard. I think he's more of a point forward. He could do it in spurts, like a secondary playmaker. Obviously, Michael Porter Jr. is the guy. The shooting guard, Terrence Mann, is a solid vet. They can hold it down, but are you going to try to Drake Powell show flashes of being the future? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they may want him to continue to grow. We gonna have to see what happens in that center position. Nick and all them, I think they kind of up. We gonna see. Power forward, they deep. Danny in the first round. He showed flat before he got hurt at the end of the year. Man, they young core, but a lot of versatile pieces. If you look at it, I might have to go Keaton Wagler with this, man, because they need a shooting guard in the worst way. Somebody that can make shots. As you can see, that they can make shots efficiently and facilitate rebound, just to, jack all trades. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I agree. Just when you were pulling up the depth chart, it's just another one of those things where it just fits. And as you were talking about with what we've been seeing out of Illinois recently, I'm not against it at all.
Plus, with that
Traore. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying that, and the times we got to watch Traore last year, that's Traore, Wagler in the backcourt possibly going forward. Not mad at that at all.
And he's not look. Walker's not the most explosive, best athlete in his class, man, at all. But he just has a great feel, man. He has a little bit of that Shea in a where Shea's more athletic, but he has a little bit of that Shea in a where he knows how to mix up the speed that he does have and keep you off balance as a defender. And he understands angles. You know, like I said, Illinois, he had that in his game already, but Illinois obviously advanced that in 1 year. He knows how to get where he needs to go and make a play, and they need that. But I like his efficiency and being able to score, and if he doesn't have that, being able to find others to score, and I think that's what was missing a lot in New Jersey. And that's why Michael Porter had to kind of put on a cape a lot of nights. And you can kind of see what they're starting to build because they got a lot of pieces that can dribble past shoot, so to speak. You know what I mean? So, and I think he has an idea of how to defend as long as he continues to get stronger, and which will build up his lateral quickness, speed, strength, and all that. He will become, he should become a solid defender where he's just not fooled on that end. But yeah, I love what he brings to the table, and I think he fits right with what they're doing in the backcourt with his size and skill set. So let's go. Looking with the 6th pick, Keaton Wagler. Sacramento Kings. Good old Sacramento Kings. Good old Sacramento Kings, man. Whew, boy. All right. Yeah, man. What do you do with DeMar? What do you do with Zach LaVine? Man, what do you do with, dog. Some bonus at something. Is he gonna be there long term? I like what Maxime Reynaud showed at the end of the year. I always liked Devin Carter when he was coming out of Providence. Keegan Murray and those guys. Man, should you just go best available? Do you need a point guard? Remember, Devin Carter, young.
It's tough. Like you said, Devin Carter's young, but man, it's getting to be an arms race out west at point guard, man.
That's true. You
know what I'm saying? Like looking at the rest of the roster, and I know there's other things that are up in the air. However, those those are veteran questions and variables and whatnot. And Devin Carter, I know, still young or whatnot. Man, I'm thinking either Flemings or Brown, right here for Sacramento. But where are you at with it?
What did you just say?
I said I was thinking either Kingston Flemings or Mikael Brown Jr. I was flowing somewhere between the two of them.
I was thinking about Kingston Flemings as well, man. They knocked him at the Carmine because his wingspan and stuff and height wasn't, otherworldly like Peterson, those guys that, guard, but he was by far probably the most athletic out the bunch. So I'm like, you got the athleticism, makes up for that. And plus we know he's tough. I know you can't play at Houston if you don't play defense. So I call it strap up you for a reason. So Doug Christie being the head coach, what did he do in the league? Well, defend. So I think he would love Kingston on that end. So he gonna come in ready to go on that end. Obviously, he know how to make the right reads. Shot well from the floor. Can still get better from 3-point range, but that'll come with time. But I'm just talking about just being able to run the show, defend, rebound, understand how to play high IQ basketball. Obviously, we know he's tough. You can't play for Sampson if you're not tough. Played in a lot of big games. I loved him from jump. So, I think he's kind of what Doug Christie. That's his type of guard. You know what I mean? So, and they need a guard. They do. Devin Carter hasn't quite turned the corner. I know he was plagued by injury to begin his career, but I wasn't sure if he was true point guard to begin with. I feel like Kingston's more of a true point guard. And in a lot of ways, his character and his mentality reminds me a lot of De'Aaron Fox anyway. You know, his poise, he don't get rattled too much, always confident and down for whatever. You know, whatever the smoke is, whoever, let's go. Let's check ball, let's get to it. And that's what reminded me a lot of De'Aaron Fox. That's how he was when he got to Kentucky. So yeah, he's like that to this day, man, but he's just more of a vet. You know how to articulate himself where he don't just come right out and say it. But yeah, man, you know, I think he's ideal for it. So yeah, we both agree.
Yep.
Kingston Flemings to Sacramento. Let's see.
Oh, boy.
The Atlanta Hawks, man. Playoff team made a hell of a jump. Made a hell of a jump, man. Kongu, my guy Kongu, got that center on lock, but he a little small. Might need a big.
Yep.
Jonathan Kuminga, and and super athletic. Low on the size of the four, but he made it do what it do. Obviously, Jalen Johnson's the franchise player. Got NAW down there, man. Hooping, CJ McCollum. Got to see if he gonna stay there, re-up. We don't know. Dyson Daniels, defensive stopper. You got Versace, who's the number one pick last year. I mean, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? It's like you got some tough choices, man. It's not as easy as everybody look.
Nah, and like you said, it's a playoff team, and you know, credit to them for what they did and how far they got. Like that's it's funny. The team needs a screaming red and center, but man, they got a lot of stuff on the wings, man. Like just a ton,
They do.
like a ton on the wings, right? And Dyson Daniels, that's like he's locked in at the one for a reason. You brought up Nikhil Alexander. I'm right with you. Like the jump pizza, he's locked in. I mean, I don't think. I just think we're finally back in the NBA where you can't just be out here lacking size. At some
Right.
point, it's going to catch up to you. And I think that hurt them a little bit. And again, as you said, credit to Onyeka for the jump he made, especially working on the three ball this year. But yeah, man. I guess the question is, do you want to go more of that versatile piece, or do you want to go get you a legit, max out the height on this, turn the card in, and walk away?
Man, you, you can go all day, Mara. You can go on to Steinbach. I think Mara's ready to go right now. I think Steinbach has the higher ceiling. You can go young with Chris Stack Jr. I don't know if he's quite ready yet. Jaden Quain is with his injury history, even though he's a freak of nature athletically, and his defensive instincts you just can't teach. Rebound the ball, defensive instincts. 7'3", 7'3". But if you watch him play, man, the way he can read the floor, post up, pass, and like, let's be honest, man, we in the Wemby era now. You gotta deal with that. I know he out west, but if you want to try to, get there, man, if you ever plan to get to the finals one day, man, you want to see him. And who knows what happened down the road? I don't think, things happen. Maybe he, who knows? Maybe a miracle he don't end up being a Spur. He may come out East, man, but you need size, man. Even to come out the East, man, you need size. You got to deal with Zubac next year. You got to deal with all them bigs down in Orlando. You got to deal, obviously, Towns and Mitchell Robinson. They represent the East. The Wizards, they healthy with Sarr and AD. Giannis at some point. Cleveland Twin Towers to the you need size. I like Yaksu, but I think they kind of got guys that around his size and stuff. like Jalen Johnson, they kind of do similar stuff. Okongwu's a monster, but he's very undersized.
Yeah, I think if it was a different team, like you said, a different fit, different roster construction, yeah, Yaxel. But with them having so many Yaxel like built players, um, yeah, I think you take Barra. I don't think you, I don't think they can turn that down right now.
Okay. All right. The East side, so going with Mara to the Atlanta Hawks. They pick. Shocking the world. Went a little bit higher than what people thought. All right. Got the Mavericks on the clock, man. Kyrie should be back next year. Man, like Chris Middleton, will he stay? You got Clay there. Kind of need some. Yeah, man, you need a little bit more juice or some youth in that backcourt.
Yes,
Najee Marshall, obviously love him. He gets to it. Cooper Flag running things right there. Marvin Bagley came from DC in the trade, obviously for AD. PJ Washington, they kind of got that under control. And then you got Gafford and Lively at center. So looking like the two is the area where you need to upgrade. So with that being said, you can go many ways. You can go there, or you can get the big versatile wing and Nate Ament to go there. Pair him with Cooper Flag. Yeah, man. That could be a nice little front court moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a versatile front court that you can deal with. Or you can go with Mikael Brown and, who's a bucket, have him play the two, learn the ropes from Kyrie, and just continue to elevate. What you think?
I think I'm leaning towards Mikael Brown,
Okay.
where he can play the two while Kyrie's still there, and post Kyrie, you got somebody to grow, to grow with Cooper going forward. Um, like the possibly bringing him back. I think this is one of the teams where if they were to select him, like it would be fine because you got veterans
Mm-hmm.
where it's not incumbent. We're like, hey, you're a first round pick, you gotta produce right now. But like you said, they need some juice in that backcourt, man. That's a whole team.
Cal Brown, yeah, I'm with him, man. We all know he can score the ball. He wasn't the most efficient, but I think he had to force us some tough shots due to the construction of the team or whatnot. Got hurt um, later in the season, man. I think that bothered him, the injuries and stuff as well. He looked healthy at the combine, obviously. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have participated. Not saying he wouldn't have been in the draft. He wouldn't have did all the measures. He just probably wouldn't have been healthy enough to. But as you can see, he can make reads as well. Just a combo guard, you know what I'm saying? He can do both. And that's what the league is. You got to be able to do both. Um, I think, as you see his talent and stuff, him being 6'5", him and Kyrie in the backcourt, man, that could be a dynamic ass backcourt out the gate. And with Cooper Flag at the three, you got Najee and PJ up front with Gafford and Lively. You got something you could build on right there from jump. So yeah, I like it, man. Obviously dynamic, man, and that could be a dynamic backcourt if they can hold up defensively. And that's gonna be the telltale. But with Lively and Gafford and all those guys behind them, that should be a problem, man. So yeah, what if you with it? You say Mikal too?
Yep, I've been with you. Yep, Miguel Brown.
Mikal Brown to the Mavs, man. Milwaukee. Gets in right with the 10th pick. Milwaukee. They need a small forward, and they probably gonna need a power forward because at some point, and they need a center. Good lord, they hurting over here, man.
Man.
So I
Yeah.
think this side, not just from his talent by default, because of what's going on, Nate Mann is probably ideal.
Yep. I'm right with you.
He's probably ideal, man. Super talented kid, just gotta get stronger, improve his toughness and stuff. But yeah, super skilled, good size, athletic, mobile. high IQ. You know what I'm saying? Like he has all the things eye test wise that you look for in the NBA prospect, man. It's just sometimes his motor and how bad do he want it? Is he a killer? And that's just something that only he can show when he gets to the show. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, you see what it is, man. So talent is not a question with this kid. It's just little intangible things. If he get that right, bring it 82. Yeah, I mean, he should be able to help the Bucks right away.
Yeah, no argument, especially with that, with that big impending black cloud in the corner with, who possibly being moved. Yeah, it takes say somebody with as much of this ceiling as possible right there, and go on with your life.
Cool. So name him it to the Bucks. Oh boy, Golden State Warriors. What is Kerr gonna do, man? You got Steph another year older. Jimmy gonna be out most of the year. Draymond still there. Porzingis, Al Horford. Al Horford's another year older. Man, Anthony Melton, Steph Pat Spencer. Uh, you know my guy Guiz Santos. I came on strong last year. Quentin
Yes, sir.
Post. Yeah, they over that first apron though, so they gotta make this big count. And I'm pretty sure they looking to make it count with somebody that's coming in ready to go that can help them right now and can build on in the future. Uh,
Man,
you know,
like
you know
part
what
of
I'm
part of
looking
these
at?
thinking. Go ahead. What are you about to say?
I'm looking at Yaxel, man.
Yeah,
Yaxel
that
Leonard.
part about they need someone that can contribute right away. Just ruled out like the other four things in my mind for me. Like the second person I was thinking about was you brought up your boy Hans, but we're just talking about him possibly needing a little bit longer. They can't wait for whoever they take. They just you that's the reality if you go to Golden State. Or they need you to contribute right away. Go get the grown up. Bring in the grown up that can contribute and go on with your life.
Absolutely, man. Grown man, 6'9", 240. Can score from all three levels, man. Do a little bit of the Draymond thing where Draymond don't have to be so tired, do so much on offense. He can spray it out, also shoot shots, tough defender, athletic, uh, rebounder, and knows how to play winning basketball. Obviously, won a national championship. He knows he's tough. You know, JUCO alum. You know, I got to throw that in there, man. You know, look, I think he can seamlessly plug into what the Warriors do, and and make an impact right away, man. You know what I'm saying? And with Draymond there, you know, a lot of people, Draymond gets a lot of criticism for some of the antics and stuff, but as far as being cerebral and being so damn smart on the court and understanding defenses and matchups and understanding what's going on and stuff, if he can impart that knowledge on Yasa, which I know he will do because he's the vocal leader on that team, has been, and get what Yaxel has ready for the league right away with his maturity and stuff, physically and skill wise and all that, like he can hit the ground running, like out the gate. And he only need like training camp and preseason to adjust and he ready to go. And you know what I'm saying? He's somebody that can just play off of Steph and all those guys, man. And yeah, I just see him making an impact in so many ways as a Swiss Army knife type of forward, man, on both ends of the floor. And like you can even go small and they can get it done like him and Draymond. You see what I'm saying? Well, he's more athletic than Draymond, so he depending on the center. Like if it's a bigger stationary center that's not that mobile, then Draymond can handle that. You know what I'm saying? But if it's more of a athletic big or something, then he can handle that. And that just something that they haven't had in a while. So
Hey, I'm on board. Another thing is it got to be somebody with enough basketball experience to have a high enough IQ to come in here and contribute ASAP. Because we've seen what happened at times with younger players in the past that couldn't quite grasp things as quick as they would have liked.
Yeah, bro. He's good, man. He's I love
Yeah,
Jackson.
I
I
like that.
think he's ready to go, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of the players I just feel like he's just ready to go. All he needed to do is
Yeah,
just get drafted, figure out which team he's going to, and all right, cool. All right, let me know
yeah.
when I
I
got to
think
be there.
I think it's just a perfect fit, man. It's everything you need. And then because of your boy, and the jump he made last year, to me it makes even more sense
Who he
because of
signed
what he did last year. Yeah, like you don't got to go searching for something because it looks like he takes another jump, talking even crazier for them. But that's a nice pairing. And like you said, that lessens the load. Yasu could lessen the load on Draymond by a lot.
and also with Yaxel, and also with Yaxel, man, he understand he doesn't need the ball. Like he doesn't need to be featured to make an impact. Like he's gonna make an impact regardless. You see what I'm saying? So he just fits so many. He checks so many boxes for the Warriors, man. I think he's just the perfect fit for what they bring, man. So all right, y'all. So we going there to the Warriors now. OKC. Damn, they got the two. God damn, Presti, ease up, man.
Sir, 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 sir.
Damn, man.
That quick, which means, and again, this is the best part. Shout out to our comments have been in Javier Barris. He mentioned earlier, playing around talking about OKC offering 12, 17, and somebody else to move up. Like, if you're right, you said we're at 12. They're right on the outside. Like, uh, whoever picks up the phone inside the top 10, that's on you, and I blame you right now. It's solely on you.
Absolutely, man. Look, from what they've been drafting as of late, Braden Burris from Arizona, man. I think
Yep, yep.
Braden Burris from Arizona, man. Because for the simple fact, some of these guys that's on the team now, they're not gonna be able to keep. You know, their contracts are coming up. They're gonna have to make some tough decisions on some guys. Because you see, they only 1 million below. You know, that first apron, only 8 from. You know, is I mean, they 8 from the first apron. So yeah, man, it's going to get tough, man. But I think he fits totally with what they do. You know, with all the guards and they can, like I said, dribble, pass, shoot, score, defend multiple positions, man. And Braden Burries fits that, man. You know, he's just the total package, man. I was thoroughly impressed by what he brought. Um, you know, just the way he can shoot and his IQ for the game, his feel for the game. Like, see that you can't teach that. You know, the guy rose, the guy looked like the defender looking like he's going with the rollers, trying to step under, and he just lets it fly. And you see what I'm saying? So, you know, even knowing how to draw fouls, who's better in the league than that to Shea? You know what I'm saying? And Shea's getting criticized for that galore right now. Look at that, 2 dribbles, reverse. Come on, man. He's like a tailor-made OKC.
No, it screams OKC guard, man. Like, hey, look, this the worst part, right? When you were talking earlier and it came up, I'm like, it's 12. I'm just like, they just got Jared McCain out here. You know what I'm saying? For the free, essentially. And then you get a chance to air Braden Berries. And then, like, again, because of the apron, there's people they're going to have to move off of anyways. This this is why this is how they're just going to stay annoyingly competitive. Um, this is how, man. But yeah, it screams OKC. He looks like OKC guard.
And then at the combine, he measured. He was like 215 at the combine, man.
Of course.
Yeah, he came in bulked up, man, ready to go, dog. So yeah, look at that post up work too. Oh yeah, nothing more needed. But I obviously watched him all year, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's a problem. So I think he's an OKC type of player. So I can see Braden Murray is going there to OKC. The rich get richer, huh?
And then they get Sorber back this year.
Yep. That's why I said they're going to have to make some tough decisions. Miami Heat, Mr. Pat Riley. Where you think Riles would go? You got Bam in the middle. Obviously, you got Bam. You got Kelly Ware, who I'm high on. Where, he showed enough. You got Jovic down there. Wiggins, Jaime Jaquez, Marvin Gardner came in. Norman Powell, Tyler Hero. They signed Jameer Young to a 2-year deal. Davion Mitchell. That's the other Kasparis Yakujonis. I always butcher his name. Kasparis. I just leave it at that. He comes from Wing U, Illinois. Very promising guy. Pale Larson. He came to DC and went to work. Something serious. Hey, man, they got talent, but they need that one. They need something else, man. They need the thing with them, man. It's wild. They have a roster full of good players minus Bam. Bam is the guy, but he's like he's a 1B guy. He's not a 1A guy. They need a guy that may develop into that 1A guy. You see what I'm saying? Like Jimmy was.
Yeah.
Obviously D Wade. So who can be that guy is the question. I think your front court is pretty good. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's the tough question is what's out here who can step in to be that.
Like, just be a scorer. I think that's what they need. They got guys that are defend, like somebody that can put the ball in the basket, man. Sometimes you just need a bucket. Because I think they were one of the worst in scoring last year. Let me see. Shoot. Let me see. I could be wrong. No, they were actually second in points per game, 120.9. But their pace was crazy. They were first in pace, 103. Pretty good defensively too. 3-point attempts, they were about league average, 36% from deep, 15th in attempts and makes overall. They just need more firepower, somebody they can get the ball to and can make things happen consistently. So I ain't gonna lie, I like LeBaron Fallon though.
I was about to say everything that you describing, it points to Fallon. And then he shoot 39 from 3 this year.
LeBaron?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he up there. Well, I gotta check, but
yeah, 39-9 from 3 this year.
Yeah, I think he just kind of fits that culture. Obviously got experience, been in college a couple years. He can create like him, he dynamic as hell, though. Like he's shifty, handle, got the ball on the string, he can create off the bounce, he can create for others. And Lord knows he's a bucket, like 22-5 on 50% from the field. Speaks for itself. Yeah, he's a problem. He's not the most super athletic guy, but he gets the job done. You can just say that. Great feel, understand pick and roll situations and whatnot. He could play the Heat's style where they love to get up and down. They were up there in pace, score a lot. That fits his game. If he can hold up defensively, which I think the Heat culture will make him be able to force him to have to be a defender.
Yep.
I think he fits perfectly with what they're doing, but they need somebody dynamic that can help with the scoring load even more and still be able to get stops and facility. Because even who did they lose to in a play-in? Was it it wasn't Atlanta, was it?
Charlotte.
Charlotte came down. Yeah, you're right. Charlotte got them up out of there. They couldn't score now,
Mm,
and Charlotte made more plays, made more shots, man. So I think that's what it is, man. I think he'll be the best fit because they got their front court with Bam and Keller. You know what I'm saying? You got wings for days.
yep.
Somebody that you can put that point a little bit. You still got Hero, Davion Mitchell, and those guys. I love what Davion brought. Yeah, man. They just and a lot of those guys just came over first year. They just need more time to gel. But I think adding somebody as dynamic as him would just give them more firepower and make them even tougher to guard.
Yeah, and the only thing I'd add, as you said, like that roster has a lot of folks that are built to support a dynamic player. Hey man, why not?
Okay. The Barons and the Miami Heat, the 13th pick. All right,
Mm,
next up, Charlotte. They love international players, but we all know
that's
this
what they
team is
do.
around LaMelo Ball, Kobe White, Brandon Miller, Con Canuple. I think Con Canuple is going to be there too moving forward. So I think it's going to be LaMelo, Con, and Brandon. You got Brandon. I'm tripping. You got Miles Bridges at the 4. Uh, I love what Musa Diabate brought. Ryan Kalkbrenner, he showed signs. They got obviously they got a nice young team, man. But you might want to get a little too. Ryan's 7'3", but he's not as mobile. So you might want to get more of a mobile big that can stretch the
Hmm.
floor and set screens and do all that rebound, protect the rim, that can get up and down with LaMelo. So for me, what that brings all that, I'm looking at the kid from Washington, Hannes Staubach.
Yep.
Uh, I think he totally fits what they doing because I think they got everything else. They just young, you know what I'm saying. And now that they got playoff experience, they can build off that. But I think he's kind of the guy with that size, man.
Yeah, nah, I think that's a perfect fit to that front court. For the type of players they have in front court. You talked about Musa, and he's one of the people that enjoy seeing Washington. Every time they play last year, he's on that list for sure. But yeah, you got him, you got Kalkbrenner, and then Steinbach. I remember when you did uh, the draft profiles on Tuesday shows. I remember when you did the one on him. That's somebody in front court that gives you something other teams have, and obviously somebody where people have to defend him a little bit differently than how defenses have to deal with, him setting a screen and the options off him setting a screen versus Musa and Kalkbrenner. It's worlds of difference. And obviously the mobility too, depending on the matchup, he's gonna have no issues getting up and down the floor. And with a point guard like Melo, yeah, I like the fit.
Yeah, man, and making 34% from deep, and he might be the best rebounder in the draft, as you can see. And he can run the floor. He's athletic. He can finish. He's a legit just under 60'11", barefoot. So he obviously 60'11" with shoes on. Got a hell of a wingspan, so he could play center full time with his athletics as long as he just continue to get stronger. I think he's just ideal, man. For what they do. And Ryan Coburn is big, but he's not the most mobile. You know what I mean? He do his damage inside, and with how they get up and down, he can only play so much, so many minutes. Uh, Musa Diabate, he can get up and down with him, but he's not the most skilled, and he's not that big. You know what I'm saying? I think he's only like 6'9", 6'10". Yeah, so he like 6'10", 6'11", kind of like Caleb Wilson size. He's hard to stop by. he's legit. He's a center. You know what I'm saying? He got bulk, he got girth, and he got the height. So and he got the skill set. So yeah, we on the same page. Honest to the Charlotte Hornets.
All right. What's it called? Our comments are how we wanted to know could he have first crack at the Bulls.
You said who? You have first crack at the Bulls?
Our comments want to know if you have first crack at the Bulls.
Go ahead. Who you think they should get?
Hey man, we waiting on you to type it up. We'll put it in there.
Better make
Got a
sense.
lot. Yeah, please. And again, they took Caleb already in this scenario. So who do you have them at 15? And as soon as you enter it, I will change the comment to show who you have them. Oh, he didn't waste any time. He said Cam Carr, the Caps. Like, man, he ain't waste any time.
Hey, it's a bad boy. You have been paying attention. In real life, I'm hoping he goes to another team that's close to me, but I'm gonna keep that on the low. Cause y'all, yeah, I mean, y'all need some shooting. Let's see. He ain't far off. So that ain't even a bad pick. And especially after what he did in the combine, that's very realistic.
Mm-hmm.
That's very realistic for the 15th pick. So, hey man, hell of a pick. You sound like somebody that watch basketball on the regular. So yeah, we can
Appreciate
roll
you
with Cam.
tuning in. All right. Appreciate you tuning in and hell of a pick.
He definitely elevated. Yes, sir. With how he can score the ball, and as athletic as he is, and his crazy wingspan. I seen that man turn around, take 2 steps from the paint, block a corner three. I'm like, yeah, he definitely got all that. All right, man, we back with Memphis, man. 16 pick, man.
Oh man. I think earlier we went with Cam Boozer, obviously earlier.
Yep, all the team picks.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I always talk about watching, we just like doubling up this stuff at the bigs, um, and not thinking too much about it. Man, um,
You only got one
I
center
like
too.
Houston. Yeah, I like Houston center. I don't waste
Listen
any
that Jr.
time. Mhm.
I'm not mad at that.
You put that right next to Cam, and if Edie's around, of course. But regardless of life, like possibly going forward, that's a nice pairing at the 4 and 5.
I'm not mad at that. All right. So next, OKC with the
Dog,
17th pick. Gosh,
dog, dog.
got that dog.
We had to say Brady Birds earlier, right? Okay, back. Your boy, for just because life's just not fair, right? Um, I'm tired. I'm struggling. I'm caught between two things, Cardell. Yeah, okay, Steve. Do you want to double down on size, or you just yet again add more OKC wings to the picture?
Nah, they got more than enough wings in the stash, man. If I'm looking at Jada Queens, man, give him a
We
super
all of
athletic.
us are. You, me, and Howie are Bears. All
You know why? Because of who they facing right now.
yeah.
I don't think people, when he's healthy, he's a freak of nature, dog. Like this one, he was healthy. So I'm gonna let that play. But nah, man, he got like Amari Stoudemire coming out of high school type athleticism. You see what I'm saying? Like, and his defensive instincts and just rebounding, running the floor, and rotate over for blocks and stuff. It's unmatched, man. He just got to stay healthy. That's the only thing.
That's a grown man that has your front court physically. Sheesh. Oh, they already got some picks, man. That's crazy. But like Carter was saying, what Jaden brings to the table, man, that athleticism is dumb. Even looking at the series that they're in right now, we're seeing them. Series got forced to game 7. Uh, Imagine him in on the floor during some of the times when they've had Hartenstein, and we've seen during the season at times they can't always have Hartenstein in there because of certain matchups or whatnot. Um, with a player like Shea, as well as the other creators on OKC, that's a hell of a lob threat for him. And then defensively, it's a team that prides themselves on defensively. And that is the freak of nature back there. Physically, got more than enough weight. Um, I just think that's a nice pick. And that's something with if you get him, obviously there's no pressure on him being ready immediately in case you need him to kind of just, bring him along a little slowly, get him together before he's up with the team full time. The other thing is that's a nice pairing too, where you have him and Sorber kind of bringing them along at their own pace, which is nuts when you think about it. You're going from Hartenstein, Chet, and uh, not J Dub, but the other Jalen Williams, right? To different type guys. So you got Quaintance at 6'11", whatever he weighs with his wingspan. Uh, it's 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 kind of weird because it's only been a year, but you got Sorber coming out of Georgetown last year, but was he about 6'10", 6'9", 6'10" last year? 6'9", 6'10" coming out. Good wingspan. Like that's a nice little future pairing in their front court in the future. Like that's crazy, man. Like that's literally nuts. And it gives some nice insurance to check too. You got two other young guys where he could play next to him, and in some of those matchups, like they're more than fine being the enforcer, playing that role that IR plays. Except they're bringing a whole lot of other juice, a whole lot more juice to the table, man. So I think that's going to be tough, honestly. Like I'm not mad at that at all. But yeah, we go get what it was with Sorber. Yeah. So what was it? So he's pretty much 6'10", 6'9". Sorber was 6'10", 260 with a 7'6" wingspan last year. So you could be pairing that with Jaden Quinn, which is ridiculous. And now you got two young guys that can really get up and down the floor with all those wings you have. Um, think about that where that's possibly, off the bench at times in the second unit where that's him setting screens for McCain to get loose, for Wallace to get loose, things of that nature, or Barry's as we mentioned earlier. Um, that's huge, man. Like that's crazy, and it's an embarrassment of riches. We mention that all the time when talking about the Thunder, and that's just exactly what that is, man. Like that would be absurd. Um, you got a 7'6" wingspan, and then yeah, so Sora with this 7'6" wingspan, Quains with the 7'5" wingspan. That's what you bring in. That's what you potentially might be bringing into the fold, man. Which again is just absolutely crazy. Like that front court. Uh, that front court rotation right now looks totally different. Right now, what is it? It's IR, it's Chet, and the other Jalen Williams. That's a hell of a boost in size. If you're able to do that.
and you have time to let him grow organically. And don't forget, you got Sorber waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
So since they know they got to deal with the monster that is Wemby, all right, we got all these bigs for you. Let's go.
So that's what we were just saying. We got back was talking about just physically the size between, with him and Sorber, where, Quinn's coming in with the weight that he's at, 7'5" wingspan, Sorber 7'6" wingspan, the athleticism, mobility, it totally changes the complexion of OKC's front court. And then, Chet can still be Chet, and, you know, you got somebody to go deal with some of that banging, built for the banging, eventually. So yeah, just the rich getting richer, as you said earlier, Carter.
Yes, sir. Charlotte back at it with the 18th pick, man. We took Hannes Steinbach, took him in took him with the first round. I mean, with that first pick, the 14th pick. So, who should they go with, man? And don't forget, some of these guys went back to school, so you can't look at that like obviously. Mullins and all them. We went back to school and stuff. So, let's see. Because I like Musa, Ryan, and Drive Honest. Center's good. LaMelo at point.
I was gonna say, do you think they swing back with Duke again?
You know what? Kareem Lopez. He fits what
Okay.
I like him there. And don't forget you got Liam McNeely there. That's been developing.
Totally forgot about Liam. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, but Kareem is a little bit bigger, 6'9", so he can play with their style. You see how Miles Bridges play the four sometimes.
Right.
Kareem could do that, but he's not as athletic as Miles, obviously. But he got the skill set to be able to do that, so he can give them options and being able to play both forward spots effectively. And just make them deeper. And as you see, the teams that are left standing now, like in the East, look at the Knicks, for instance. Look how many wings and how deep they go with wings and guards. So, I think he's pretty good, and they do well with international picks. They do pretty good with those guys, man. So, with a background, I'm not sure with the Salon kid if he's gonna continue to develop and become an impact player. Jury's still out. So in case that doesn't happen, you got an insurance policy again with Kareem Lopez to come in and, kind of just fill that void. Because I love his versatility, man. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he's been playing professionally already, high level, he already understands how to play, man. And he knows how to play off of somebody because we all know this is LaMelo's team. So he doesn't necessarily need the ball to be effective. He understands how to play off the ball, as you can see. And he's pretty good defender too.
I was just gonna say I agree with you. Especially when it gives them some size at the four. Because most of the players they have that are at the four at 6'9", what does he become their biggest four, technically?
Yes, sir. Look how he moves out without the ball. Playing with LaMelo, he's going to eat with LaMelo. All he got to do is play defense and just move, and LaMelo will find him. Either spotting up or cutting to the basket for easy baskets. Watch how he cuts off the ball. So I think what he brings, he's a match for what they got.
Yeah, so, I like that fit.
Toronto. Toronto. Wings for days. Wings and guards for days, man. Who should they go with? Are you cool with their center position? But
I am not.
Oh man. Look, Koa is nuts. Well, not with that jumper. He's too undersized, man. He's staying in jump with the 19th pick.
I like Morez.
I like him, but they got guys like him already. Okay. Colin Murray, Scotty Barnes.
Oh yeah, because was he like 6'9"?
Ingram. They got guys like him, man.
Yeah.
But you can't just draft for size. I mean, you can if they want to. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta have some. They have to have some skill and toughness to go that high. Yeah, 19. Because their wings, quickly good. I like him. Jamal Shead, he filled in admirably for them. Obviously, what RJ Barrett and those guys did in the playoffs. Yeah, man. And this is where it gets tough. You got Jakob there. You still got him a 7-footer. Jackson Davis from the Warriors.
Forgot
Remember,
about that.
Garrett Temple, the vet, 15-year vet, but Grady Dick, still there. Sandro, Mamuskitavili, he's still there. Jacoby Walter out of Baylor, 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, should this just be? Should this be best, most talented?
I think this might be a case for that.
Especially with everybody going back to school.
Yeah.
And it kind of weakened the draft a little bit. Or do you get another floor general? You can go that route too. I mean, you go with Quickly and Shed.
I mean, another. I was going to say maybe like another guard doesn't hurt, whether it's one or two.
All right. Well, if you're going to go another guard, are we looking at Christian Anderson point or more Isaiah Evans?
Can you scroll down just look at the depth chart? I need RJ Barrett again. I know it's from the beginning of the season.
Oh.
Just want to see. All right, yeah. I'm probably leaning towards youngster from Duke.
Youngster for Duke. Just had some size.
Yeah.
Not mad at that. Plus, he fits that mold with his size, shooting ability. Gotta get a little bit more efficient, but I feel like he was one of the Blue Devils' best scorers, if not their best scorer. I know Cam Boozer was right there, but I'm talking about from the guard spot consistently. Down screens, pin downs, Iverson cuts, spotting up. He can get on the heater, moving without the ball, athletic, and he young, man. He's been in college 2 years. And the thing I like about him, he kind of got a gunslinger attitude. He's fearless. The big stage doesn't bother him. So, and that, 40, look, man, when you shoot well from deep, it doesn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not mad at that at all. We can roll with that.
Okay. And like you said, what's it called? Just the size. It fits right in for everything.
The evil empire, son. I did not even, man.
Oh man.
The Wemby need more help. Jeez, man. Wemby don't need no more help, man. Hey, man. You gotta play catch up. One, they got all the guards they need. De'Aaron, Steph, Dylan, Vassell, Keldon, Julie, Champagny, Harrison Barnes still they got guards for days. So then you got Wemby. Now you might want to look for a backup. That might be something. Because I don't know if Kornet is technically the answer, even though he's effective. You see what OKC is doing to him. Excuse me.
Yeah. I think another big, and again, not to knock Luke Cornett, but like you said, what OKC doing, you need it doing to him. You need another big that can, where you're not concerned about that at all being played off the floor or anything like that. And also, need you be able to get up and down the floor and rumble with the guards you're running with too. They need something they need somebody to produce on both ends of the floor. Um, as a backup bid. It's like you said, the what's it called? The non-Wemby minutes in this series has been crazy. And obviously, not saying one, whatever they take right here is gonna fix all of that. But you know, beyond Wemby, you have Luke Cornett. There's nothing wrong with adding some. Just how we're just talking about with the Thunder,
Mhm.
doubling down and adding more young talent in the front court. There's nothing wrong
Right.
with that for the Spurs either.
Um,
Now the Who's is another story entirely.
uh,
I still got 3 more picks after this. That's crazy.
man, I'm trying to look. Give me this. Looking through my notes. This because what they need. Might want to go with Morez Johnson, man. Just the outside.
I'm not mad at that.
Power forward center, undersized. Obviously Wemby and those guys gonna be getting most of the minutes, but more athleticism up front. Like what I'm saying. And, to play with Victor. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he can fill in inside. Um, his upside is crazy. I mean, you even heard Yaxel say that he thinks Morez got the highest upside out of him. All the Michigan guys in the draft. That says a lot. And how they play defense, he tailor made for what the Spurs do defensively, how they switch and stuff. Uh, Now you got to deal with him and Bryant, Carter Bryant. Man. And again, but his offensive skill set is not there. But with the Spurs, they don't need him to come in and do that. They can develop him, build him up, and then he'd be one of them problem childs down the road that's just annoying. Uh,
Yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at it at all.
Plus, I think he's 6'9". Hold on, let me see.
I think they said 6'9", 250.
Nah, his wingspan. 'Cause that
Oh,
that
7'3".
that allows you to play center and stuff like. Uh, Let me see. 7'3" wingspan. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
and 250, ready to go. So
Yep.
the rich get richer. Morris Johnson to the Spurs. God damn.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, Detroit. Oh, this is easy. Christian Anderson. They need scoring. They need shooting.
Uh-huh.
Man.
So bad.
God damn. They need somebody that can shoot, dog. Get a bucket, man.
Yes.
Because that
Badly.
K K
Badly.
had a, K had to work miracles out there, man. They need somebody who can just get a bucket, man. Sometimes you just need that, dog. And I know he's small, whatever, but whatever. He can score the rock, man. So they need that in the worst way.
And
Got
no
good
arguments
feel.
here.
Got good feel. All that, man. So yep, we gonna roll with that. Philly, Philly, Philly. Philly, 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 Philly. Man,
Oh,
okay. Obviously, Tyrese Maxime, Edge coming in the backcourt. They're straight there. Gotta see what they do with Oubre. Paul George got a couple more years left. Embiid is Embiid. He just got to stay healthy. I like Johnny Broom, Walford, Jabari Walker. I like some of their forwards, but that probably might be the position they need to upgrade in. The most probably power forward. Yeah, man. Where do you think they should go?
I agree with you that it's power forward. If you click the power forward tab, just we see the options at the four. Let's see what we working with right there. Oh Lord, that's
Kobe got all the he got all the physical tools and all that, but he gotta get his jumper right, man. Right now, he needs so much work with his jumper, man. But the good thing is with this with the Sixers, he won't even they won't really need him to like be a one-on-one guy. But yeah, the league gonna leave him open because he need a lot of work with his jumper.
so. Is that where you leaning, regardless of the jumper?
Because like I'm looking at it like for somebody in that position that can score. Okay, so cool. If not him, I like Joshua Jefferson, but he's not the most athletic. He might be a little too high for him. Like Alan Graves might be a guy to look at. He's not the most athletic, but he's super skilled. You can take a look at him if you ever seen him.
Okay.
He has great field skill, understands how to play. And see that right there. Obviously, you can play off like Embiid and Paul George when they posting up. Screen off of Maxey. That's a Maxey read right there. Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man. Just a high IQ player. He's not the best athlete, but he gets the job done, and he knows how to play winning basketball. Excuse me.
I think that part right there is probably what should make him the pick. Is the fact that he one can play winning basketball and
Pick and pop, no
you
hesitation.
can yeah you can just envision him like the stuff he's doing. You can see that like you said earlier. Oh, that's a read for Maxi. You can see it.
Look, good hands, understands how
Yeah,
to control, know how to play. Just know how to play basketball, man. That's
valuable asset. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm cool with Allen Graves in Philly.
yep. All right, cool. Alan Graves to Philly.
The Hawks again.
Hawks again, man. Hawks again, man.
Oh man.
Now with their front court, they have a lot of bigs, athletic front court. Do you get somebody that's coming in? They're a playoff team now. So do you get somebody that's ready to play, or can you take time on a project like Cole getting his jumper right, even though physically he's ready to go? Or do you think they should go with somebody that's ready to go to keep the train moving as far as trying to get better in the playoffs, go further in the playoffs?
I mean, honestly, we're taking Mara earlier, right?
Yep.
I'm not mad taking Koa and him spending some time in the G's not gonna mess anything up.
You said take who? Who again?
I was just saying because of the roster construction, like I'm not mad at them taking Koa and it taking a little bit of time. I'm not upset at it.
Okay. Because physically, I love his athleticism and
Yeah.
how he finished and stuff. Like, I know his jumper. That's really the only thing holding him back. Like, let's just watch him play for like a minute or so. Like, he's super talented. Like, he got a short jumper. It's from when he's spotting up from mid range and stuff. Hey man, open court, athletic, fast, can handle.
Yeah,
So
I'm not mad at that there.
like, he got it in him to get his jumper right. I don't know what happened, but I think it's just all mental. But he got it right to get where he needed to go. That's more fluid than what he showed at the combine. I don't know what was going on. Come on, hell.
You talking
Hey,
about what we're seeing right now is more fluid than what was at the combine?
yeah, that's him at the USA team. The thing looked like the U19, U18 team.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Phil, he got that in spades. So
Yeah.
he get that right. You know what, CJ McCollum stay there. I'm like, CJ, work with him, get him right. We'll see him during the season. And he should be
I mean,
ready.
we saw what's it called take a step with his shooting this past year.
Who?
Um, Okongwu being over
Exactly.
there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep. The Eastern Conference champions, New York Knicks. Whew.
um, they got a lot.
Yeah, they do. But the front court, once you get past Towns and Mitchell Robinson,
Yeah.
he can play the four, but yeah, it gets a little, get a little rough. So, with them being in New York, let me. Did you go with that Wildcat kid?
I mean, yeah, you said it's Cat, Mitch, and then
Sometimes OG.
yeah, nah, then yeah, I'm say the Wildcat kid. That's that's dark after that. Just two. Yeah.
I mean, 7-2. You can go with your UConn, Terrence Reed. But I like this kid's upside, man, with the skill set. See that great feel. The pass, you got this stuff. He wasn't out of control. Surveyed the floor. Was patient. Got to a spot. Scored.
Yeah.
Bad pass. Not the most fleet of foot. Do you look at it?
Oh, he what's it called? He went back to school.
Yeah, that is right.
I
So
fucked Howie for that. So he went back to school. I just wanted to go double check.
do you look at the bigs? Do you go? They deep as hell on the perimeter, man.
Yeah, like they're loaded on the perimeter.
I mean, Tyler Cole, Jose Alvarado, can he get consistent minutes? It depends on the situation in the game. Landry Shamet, you don't want like they're loaded. Or do you go with a project, somebody that can just develop, take time? Do you go with a young bull, depending on the contract, like Malik Thomas, that could just score?
Mm, that's that's. I don't like how paper thin they are front court though.
You go with the kid Dalen Swain from Texas. Uh,
Was he 6'7", 6'8"?
this when he
Swain, I wasn't sure who it was.
got handles, but he got work on his jumper, man. But you know, Swiss Army knife type of athletic wing, really good off the bounce, really good creating off the handle, but he got to get his jumper better. Athletic, pass, rebound. They can go so many different directions, man. It's just do you go with Henry Vassar from North Carolina, double footer that can stretch the floor? Uh, Another weapon for Jalen Brunson to utilize.
Right. I feel like looking. Yeah.
Decent, good rebounder. He wasn't asked a lot to make a lot of plays, so I kind of looking at Henry. Somebody with a lot of experience that come in and just fit what they've already built with the winning culture that they have.
Right.
And like he ain't gonna be asked to get a lot of minutes, not with Mitchell and Cat there, but still, when he can fill in, the other weapon that can stretch the floor with his size, protect the basket, rebound, be a glue guy. Look at his rotation.
Nah, I think I like that as the fit just because the times that we'll see him on the floor, it keeps the floor space for all those perimeter players they have out there, regardless, of who's on the floor with them.
Okay, we'll go with Vassar to the Knickerbockers. Okay, LA. Man, you got Luca, obviously. Austin Reeves, got to resign him. LeBron, got to see what he does. Yeah, Rui, Jared Vanderbilt. Yeah, man. Jackson, DeAndre Ayton, dominating.
So petty. So petty. So petty.
Covers a little bit, man. They need athleticism. They need.
Hmm.
I don't think they need a point guard because Luca gonna play most of that. You ain't gonna get in like that. So, uh, they need another defender. They really weren't that until the playoffs. They turned it up, but they need. I think Dalen Swain is pretty good for them.
I was about to ask you what was he like on the defensive end of the floor?
Who
Swing.
Dalen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, he hell of a defender. He just gotta get his jumper
Okay.
right. Super versatile. He's
If that's
super
the case.
super versatile defensively, man. Like with his 6'8" and his athleticism, man. He can guard 2 through 4.
All right, then that's who has my vote there. Then
All right, let's get him to the Lakers.
boy, they need.
Denver. They may need a backup point guard. Jamal Murray, he, he got a lot on his plate. He gets worn down. I think
Yeah,
I
it's
like
dry.
Dennis. You said who?
I said that cupboard is dry at the one. Yeah, I am. Like,
Um, I like the kid Bennett Sturts from Iowa. Looking at my note, I think obviously being one of the older players, uh, facilitator, he can shoot a range, tough, understands how to play, and he's coming in the back of Jamal Murray. I think you need somebody like that that's seasoned and ready to go. Because I know they're trying to get back to a championship mode, compete for championships. As you can see, he can light it up. He can shoot the lead off the ball. Yep, got some little wiggle to his game, coming off screens.
All right, yeah, nah, I'm on board. The veteran floor general coming in, you're gonna be
Walking
asking to
down,
back up.
walking down left hand finish. Yeah, I think that's what they need drastically. So Jamal can stay fresh. Boston. Well, they're gonna be healthy next year, so yeah. Let's see. And they got Voop next year. He was quite man.
Uh, I'm I'm somewhere between I'm leaning guard. Um, what did they have beyond Pritchard this year?
Pritchard,
Yeah.
Derek White. But Jalen Brown, they had a lot.
Oh
Tatum,
yeah, they had a lot of.
they got a bunch of people that bring the ball up. They do it by committee. But Peyton's kind of the primary point guard, but he's not. If that makes sense. Um, yeah, man. It's tough. The later you go, it gets tougher and tougher.
Man,
And you know who I like, dog? I
what's
like the
up?
kid from Stanford, Abuka Okori.
I was about this. I was trying to choose between him and Malik Thomas. Um, that's why I was asking who they had.
I think Malika is bigger scorer, but this kid can play point. Obviously, he's a point guard, natural, score from all three levels. He's kind of in that Patriot Pritchard mode, just more. I think he's more athletic, a little bit bigger, and he fits what their style of play with. They 3-point heavy.
Yep.
Come on, boy, he's shooting from logos off the bounce, contested,
Yeah.
splitting.
Okay.
He's a problem. Look at that bully ball, strong, yeah, fast and open court, finish over. Look, man.
Yeah. It's a tough finish.
Yeah, y'all got tough with it. So he definitely can fit the Celtics. Quick first step, the whole nine. And if his scoring can translate into the league, like how he got down to college, problems. So I think he fits
Okay.
the Celtics. What they doing? You with it?
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm just like, is the theme of the night the richer get richer? That's just the theme of it.
Hey man, this draft was supposed look. If everybody would have stayed in, this draft be insane, man. So yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay. Minnesota. Minnesota. Uh, Probably got to look. Dang. Gotta see what we got to do with Conley, Bones still there. Dante, Jalen, and Ingles already in Australia. I think he already rolled. You got Jaden McDaniels. You got T. Shannon right there, floating between the 3 and the 2. The 4, you got Joanne, obviously Julius, Nas. I figure out what to do. Rudy.
Man,
You need another guard, though. I think you need another guard that can score that rock. This is going to be tough. Especially with the 28th. The league can score, but I don't know. Yeah, man, it gets tough. Not so easy.
nah, not at all. Oh, where was he at on the defensive side of the floor though?
Yeah, that's the
Because
thing.
like, if it's real bad, hey man, hmm,
Like, easy fishing from D. He shot 41%. He can score the rock. Got good size. That's the thing. You gotta be able to get stops. Athletic.
man, that's the only thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's what first came to mind, and the thing that came to mind second was, well, how does he hold up on the other end? Because otherwise, the first thing that came to mind doesn't matter.
Yeah, this thing tough.
Man,
Like Josh, but Nas, he kind of similar to Nas, and he's not as big or as athletic. Yeah, might be a situation where best available at guard, and I think Malik is that, especially with everybody that went back to school.
right.
Might have to just roll, yeah, because you can score the
If I had,
ball.
yeah,
That's that's no question. And nobody's a finished product coming in the draft. So yeah, we'll go with Malik to the Wolves and the Cavs. Woo, the Cavs, the Cavs, the Cavs. What do they need? Cavs, the Cavs, the Cavs.
man, that's mm, yeah, behind them too. You got your front court. You got your two guys up front. Oh man.
Cavs, Cavs, the Cavs. This thing.
Oh boy, that's tough. I don't like anything they have off the bench after they start the bigs. Like,
And what are you gonna do with
even,
Dennis Schroeder? Is he staying? You know what I'm saying? Like that
yeah,
they got work to do. He's even looking at the cap,
and
man. It's like, man.
and they're in red on the second apron, right? So they got a lot of decisions to make.
Ooh. Man, you might want to go for some experience since they right there. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Uh, you need somebody to back up Evan Mobley, so I might go with Joshua Jefferson. He's an offensive hub type of kid. Can pass the hell out the ball, rebound tough, Can score it, can shoot it, move
They
without the
need a
ball.
third big bad.
I think he could be that.
All right, I'm with that then.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see if they're gonna give us a playmaker play. But yeah, when you were big, you were almost averaging 5 assists a game. That's big time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of guards that don't even do that. Great field. So I think he'll be a good addition to the Cavs. And I think a lot of guys that was going to kind of be early second round originally, but everybody in the draft with the early withdrawals, they're going to move up. So
Right.
that's not far off, man. With Dallas with the last pick in the draft.
And we had him taking Mikael Brown earlier.
Yep.
And
so do you go? You got wings, like I said. You got Najee, you got Chris. You said that PJ, you got wings. So
I was looking at Zuby and Patrick.
I don't know. I gotta check.
Oh, I don't know. What's it called? Did somebody go back to school?
I don't even know if he went there. Yeah, he went back. I think he definitely went back. The Patrick did. So, but Zuby, I was looking at Zuby because his experience, grown man, rebounding, rugged, kind of in that Udonis Haslam mode. You know what I'm saying? Just coming in, do all the dirty work, rebound, which is something that Dallas needs because they got skilled guys. They don't necessarily need a bunch of guys that's just going to, get the rock and try to make something happen. So, yeah, I think he fit big game hunting. Obviously, you can play for Martino. Similar to playing for Hurley, you can play for anybody. So I like the moves for Sisse kid that they got on deck, like in reserve, being in the G League. I can see him give him some minutes, but that power forward position, and he's a little bit bigger than PJ. And I think PJ is more of a three anyway. He just playing the four. I think Zuby can kind of shore up that four. So yeah, we can go that route for the last pick.
Yeah, I like Zuby there.
And then what we doing? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and simulate through the second round after we get through the 30s. So who on the clock? The Knicks again. So you got Henry Vassar. Like, shoot. Second round. You want to get somebody to impact win? I'm looking at Alex Carabin. Yeah, UConn Husky.
Yeah, I was about to say, like you said with the first pick, it's about it's the win now team. Obviously, they're in the finals, and I know ever will get mad at a tall guy that can shoot the ball.
And there's gonna be a lot of shit talking in the locker room because it's ran by Villanova dudes. So, Memphis back up.
Oh yeah, Boozer, Sinak.
Oh man, might go UConn again, man. Terrence Reed, why not? Like I like him, man.
Yeah,
and they need some more center action, man, because they, again with Edie's with his injury history, it gets tough. Or you can go with the kid Luigi Suwago, another big. And you out west, you got to deal with Wemby.
Okay. Because so we had them take Cam, then they took Sinek. I like Swigo here.
Just have a big.
Mm, like you said, you unfortunately for them, they are in the Western Conference. It can't hurt to have at least one with excessive size.
And he in the second round, give him time to develop and stuff like that. So okay. Next up, Brooklyn with the 33rd pick. Got Keaton Waddle in the sixth pick in the first round. Man, so many guys went back to school. It's crazy.
Man,
You said Rivers went back to school, right?
yeah. Like on that screen, I know it's Mullins, Grievous, and Patrick Goma.
Yeah,
They all
Tanner
went
and
back to school.
Condon went back early.
Like you said, it's moving folks up.
Sar back as well. Tune definitely. Yeah, St. John's now. Terrence Reed, why not?
Yeah.
Stay in the northeast. Stay in the northeast. Play for Brooklyn. Winner. Knows how to play. Got good size. Show up there for a line, especially at center.
Back to the Kings.
The Kings. Kingston Flemings. Definitely don't need another point guard. Man. Trying to look at this depth chart. That'll tell you where you need to go. They don't need guards.
Nah. Sheesh. Like you said, so many people went back to school.
Yep. Yeah. Flory back at Louisville.
Yo.
Yeah, man.
Three of the people I was gonna mention went back to school. Yeah, that's tough.
Malachi, he back.
Oh.
Billy Richmond back. Abel definitely went back. I like the kid Uganda. I do like him.
How he was screaming about Uganda just a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I was leaning big there regardless. It's just a matter who's still on the track.
They need size. Need athleticism for real. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind him going. I mean, man, you still got Baba, Miller. Like, it's a lot of guys, man. Braden Smith, but you don't need another point guard. Unless you just try to have a bunch of dudes fight for it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think they need another cardio.
You need athleticism. So we'll go Uganda.
So many people.
I like his defensive potential. Who up next? The good old Spurs. Good old Spurs. And knowing them, just
You already know. Click on it, yeah.
Baba.
Yeah, I was about to say just get it over with. Mm-hmm.
Just to be real evil, Bible. The Clippers. You got Darius Acuff. So who are you gonna take with the 36th pick? 4 more picks, and then we're gonna let him run through.
It was Acuff earlier, and then
you get another guard? Do you get a big? Man,
on the Clippers, right?
yep. You know what? Mike, I'm looking at Brazil, man. Just another
Okay.
raw athletic wing. I mean, not the wing, but big. He could play the wing, but 6'10". Just more athleticism up front. Yeah, I gotta defend and rebound and score, transition, lob threat. Has some skills. I don't know if he's a knockdown 3-point shooter, but you can get better with that. So yeah, I like him with the Clippers. Just everybody going, okay, so you got that. How many picks do y'all need, man? Sheesh.
Presley said all of them. Literally all of them.
And knowing him in the national flavor, I can see him. Let's get the kid Sergio Delore and stash him away.
Mm-hmm.
Who else next? The Bulls with the 38th pick. So we got Caleb Wilson, got Cam Carr.
I'm in a bad hole at all so far.
I like the kid from Arizona, Jaden Bradley. Super season. Knows how to set the table, can defend, knows how to score, but he's not like a scoring first guard. He's a pass first guard that knows how to score. And with them trying to change things, I know they got Trey and Josh and all that, but you don't need him right away. You can stash him with the go and whatnot, and, go from there. But he's seasoned and he's somebody that can just add some, just a more experience, somebody that's more ready to go to kind of speed up the process of getting the Bulls back to some winning ways. What you think?
I'm not mad at it. What's it called? How he's out here asking who's that center for the Bulls.
You said, well, he what?
I said he was asking who's that center for the Bulls.
For the Bulls. I mean, if you want to just draft a center, I mean, you can get coach. The only one that's still there, Joseph Tugler.
He said Izzy Nelson.
Is he not? Yeah, he a problem. He a problem. Do you like him over Tugler and Akbar? All right. Nah, he a problem, man. He's a sneaky guy that can be one of the best in the draft. So I'm not mad at that. I mean, I'll play him so y'all can. Okay, he took down the video, but yeah, 15 to 10 at South Florida, super athletic, run the floor, has skill too. He's not just some raw athletic big, he got some skill, good motor too. So he played at Portsmouth, did his thing. G did his thing and got to the big combine, so he with it.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, he had to grind for it. The Houston Rockets, man. For the point guard.
Go straight to.
Yeah, we're going straight. Hey, Braden Smith, there you go. There you go. Yep, point guard. Boom. God damn, point guard. All right, so we can do that. all the way through. And that will conclude the NBA mock draft.
Yeah, man, appreciate you guys hanging through this. We'll see, obviously, what everything looks like in less than a month. Howie, appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed making your 2 selections for your Bulls. Man,
Obviously, some of these kids went back to school as an update, but y'all get the gist of it, man.
man, man, I can't wait to see how things actually shake out because that'll be a stress-free night for us on this end, at least. Watch the teams deal with all this.
Yep,
But yeah, man, a lot of it was, as you said, with all those folks going back to school, people moving up. Um, that first round's gonna be crazy.
absolutely. So it's going to come down to a lot of scouting. And we don't know internationally who's going to go back across the water. So
That's true too.
it's a lot to be a, yeah, man. Yes, sir, indeed. So, but there will always be players that emerge that no one's paying attention to. Just like was it last year or the year before? Where it was like it's going to be the worst draft ever, and there was actually some
Uh,
quality guys.
yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. It's always players that draft. I don't know why they. It's going to be always guys that can hoop.
every year is the worst draft until the next year. That's the worst draft. Everyone's favorite thing to do in their pastime. You said 2 years. What was it? Was it literally 2 years ago? It was the Castle draft, right? They were saying it was
Yeah,
garbage. Yeah,
yeah. But Castle and his teammate that played for Portland,
Klingon. That's right.
Klingon. There you go. Yeah,
So
Klingon. Yep.
I was with the yeah. That's yeah, people just gotta sit back and just let things happen. Definitely looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah, the Reese Arche, Alex Sarr, Reed Shepard, Stephon Castle, Montaz Buzelis, Dalton Connect, Donovan Klingon, Ron Holland, Tajane Salon, Cody Williams, Devin Carter, Bub, Jerry McCain, Nicola Topic. Yeah, it's players that Keyshawn George, Isaiah Collier, like you can go Khalil Ware late in the first round. Uh,
And
Kale Larson in the second round, Jalen Wells, Goose Killen, Ryan Dunn. Like, yeah, Cam Spencer was 46 in that draft. I'm going all the way down. Oso Iguodaro, I think he traded to Phoenix, 53rd. Adam Bona, 55 for Philly. They're big. He was 53rd.
yep,
Like, yeah, his guys all the way down to the late second round that put in work. So yeah, man. It's all you gotta let the games play.
that's all you can do because to prematurely just blindly be like it's horrible. And there's literally teams going into this year's draft because of 2 years ago that are like just rounding out their roster, ready to take steps. And some of those teams, some of the people you named, they're like legit building blocks for some of the teams as they
Yeah,
continue to go forward. So
absolutely.
we appreciate y'all. We'll check with you guys soon as always. Don't forget this will be up on the channel, both being on Roku and Amazon, and we'll see you guys soon.